Hello, beautiful people. So, guys, stay with me. I'm about sharing key observations that we took note of when we spent our 30 days in Madrid, Spain. Our first 30 days as Nigerian immigrants. Okay, so first things first. If you remember, I made a video on essential task to complete after relocating, and there were some things under the general requirements that we had to sort out, you know. Also, immediately we landed Madrid International Airport, we had to book a ride to the apartment. So if you remember in one of the parts of the relocation vlog I did, I mentioned that one of the negotiations, or part of the negotiation my husband had with the firm that employed him, was to get us an apartment to stay in the first month to enable us settling while running documentation and other processes. So they got an apartment for us in Moncloa, Madrid, and it was close to the city center, and so we had to go there. And even when we went there, we were looking for a way to retain the place because the place was comfy, it was nice. We're looking for a way to retain the place. And when we checked the website, we found out that it was for 180 euros per night. And when you calculate that in 30 days, that is about 5,400 euros. Where we see money. So we couldn't retain it anyway. So we just thought of looking for an apartment, a place to move to immediately. So we had to purchase SIM cards. We had to go to a bank where we read positive review. So we had to go to a bank around to see if we could create open accounts rather, and to get the requirements as well. And all these things were happening. First key observation was, okay, we found out that most people with children there moving around, they had strollers. And we're like, okay, because there was no way we could have left our children at home and go about doing these things. And especially when the both of us are needed, like we are needed at the places we needed to process these things. And then we found out that they were using strollers. We're like, okay, I mean, I can't be carrying my children on my hand, and I'll feel fatigue easily. Or Abi, we would feel fatigue easily. So we had to like get the strollers for, we have two children. My daughter is 2, my son was 9 months as at that time. So another key thing that stood out for us was how people were observing traffic rules. Yeah, it kind of made sense to me because most times, for major routes, we notice that zebra crossing, you see this pedestrian signal that, okay, it's time for pedestrians to cross, and everybody is patient, waiting. Then we found out that for minor routes or street routes or interstate routes, you find out that, okay, there is no pedestrian signal, but I mean, the zebra crossing, whenever a pedestrian is trying to cross, every car there has to wait. And I was like, yeah, made sense, made sense. Another observation was everybody goes to the market, what they call their market, supermarket. It's not like, I'm not actually seeing an open market yet, but when I do, of course, trust me to document that as well. So everybody goes with their reusable shopping bag. Like if you're going to a supermarket and you're expecting that they will give you a shopping bag on your own. No. So guys, I don't know if this decision was informed from, if it is coming from an eco-friendly in France. I don't know, but fact check me. I don't know their reason, but everybody goes with goes with a shopping bag. For some persons, they'll just go if whatever you're buying is small and you're carrying a stroller with a child, there's this compartment below that they use. You can just use it to like place the things there. You understand? So they can just put those things under. And yes, we've actually gone to supermarkets with just the strollers, and we'll place those things under. I think it actually informed our decision to get in the stroller as well. But I mean, if whatever you're going to buy will be so big and you don't have a car, of course, the shopping bag should be your best bet. Okay, so that's for the shopping bag. Another thing we noticed was, or is rather, once it's time for siesta, you see someone that owns a store going for siesta and you're expecting the person to attend to you. I mean, they have to go for their siesta, then they are back. I think they kind of prioritize work-life balance. Everything is not about money. So it's it was a key observation. Yeah, so and like I mentioned, we had to start looking for an apartment. So we had to check Idealista, and that would be another story for another day, because I'm going to do a proper documentation on how we were able to get an apartment. Because I mean the clock was ticking, we had to like move. We're not planning to wait till the 30 days elapses. So we just had to, you know, start looking for an apartment. And I mean, yeah, everything I've witnessed, everything we've experienced so far, we went with open minds. Like, we had to be open-minded, because leaving your country and coming to a new country as an immigrant, you should be open to cultural changes, you should be open to a whole lot of things, you should be obedient, you should not think of violating any rule. So these were the things that made us stay sane. And as a family of four coming down to Spain, we had it at the back of our mind that yes, we just have to be supportive. As a couple, we had to do things together. We had to help each other, since our children are still very small. So guys, how was it for you? Was there any major observation you had during your first month in your during your first month in a new country? Kindly like this video, share this video, and follow for more. Thank you.